They say every few years, a motorcycle comes along that doesn't just grab attention, it stops time. The 2026 Kawasaki Z400RS is that kind of machine. The moment you see it standing under the bright lights of the showroom, it feels like you're staring at a perfect blend of old, school soul and futuristic precision. It doesn't scream for attention, it demands it. The tank glows with metallic sheen, the retro-inspired round headlight nods to Kawasaki's heritage, and the sharp tail section whispers one thing: modern muscle refined for today's rider. This is not just another midweight motorcycle, it's a statement that the classics never die, they just evolve. As you walk closer, you can almost hear it breathing, engine silent yet alive, waiting to roar. The Z400RS carries the spirit of the 1970s Z series, but built with the DNA of the future. Kawasaki engineers didn't just redesign a motorcycle, they resurrected a legend and gave it a digital heart. The lines are pure, flowing from front to rear in perfect proportion, and everything feels intentional. The chrome detailing, the alloy wheels, the dual-tone seat, it's like art, wrapped around a 399cc engine that's tuned to deliver both calm control and pure adrenaline. The audience for this bike isn't the ordinary commuter, it's for the ones who crave balance, the riders who want power without punishment, agility without compromise, style without shouting. The 2026 Z400RS captures that balance effortlessly. It's light, quick, and incredibly responsive, yet when you sit on it, there's a sense of authority that comes from decades of Kawasaki's engineering mastery. Twist the throttle, and it doesn't just accelerate, it surges forward with the kind of smooth aggression that makes you forget where the road ends. Every curve on this bike tells a story. The tank's muscular contour feels like it was carved for your knees, giving that perfect grip when you lean into corners. The analog, style dials blend seamlessly with a crisp digital display, classic aesthetics with modern intelligence. It's the kind of detail that makes you feel connected, not just to the road but to the legacy behind the badge. You realize it's not about chasing top speed, it's about chasing a feeling, the rush of control, the purity of connection, the rhythm between man and machine. The Z400RS doesn't try to look futuristic with gimmicks. It does it through refinement. The LED headlight hides in a vintage round casing. The exhaust is sleek, but emits that deep, throaty sound only a true Kawasaki twin can produce. It's that sound that gets inside your chest, the kind that reminds you why you fell in love with motorcycles in the first place. You don't just ride this bike, you experience it. Every gear shift, every vibration, every pull of the throttle becomes a conversation between you and the machine. What makes it even more impressive is how Kawasaki managed to keep the retro personality alive while equipping it with the latest technology. The ride-by-wire system ensures buttery smooth throttle response. The slipper clutch makes downshifting effortless. ABS and traction control work silently in the background, like guardians ensuring your fun doesn't turn into regret. It's built for riders who understand the thrill but also respect it. It's performance wrapped in poise, raw energy dressed in elegance. Take it out on the open road, and it feels like freedom itself has a soundtrack. The engine hums in harmony with the wind, the suspension eats up imperfections like they never existed, and the frame feels solid enough to carve through twisty roads like a scalpel. You can cruise at 50 or push past 100. It stays composed, confident, and beautifully alive. This is not the kind of bike that fights you. It flows with you. It's forgiving for beginners but engaging enough to keep seasoned riders hooked for hours. In traffic, it's light and nimble, slipping through tight spaces with surgical precision. On highways, it stretches its legs, stable and graceful even at high speeds. The ergonomics strike that rare sweet spot, upright enough for comfort, low enough for control. The mirrors are positioned perfectly, The handlebars feel natural, and the seat, crafted for long rides, supports both adventure and everyday commuting. You can ride it to work on a Monday and to the mountains on a Sunday. It fits both worlds without losing its charm. Then there's the design, the kind that makes people stop mid-conversation. The Z400RS doesn't just look good in green, black, or red. Every color tells its own story. The metallic green screams heritage, the pearl white whispers sophistication, the matte black projects dominance. Each finish feels like a reflection of personality. When it's standing still under the lights, it doesn't need a soundtrack. It's visually symphonic. The brand name Kawasaki and the model Z400RS 2026 etched on the wall behind it aren't just labels, they're promises of performance, reliability, and craftsmanship that refuses to age. Even when the world moves toward electric silence, the Z400RS keeps the spirit of combustion alive, refined, responsible, and roaring with pride. It's not built to replace the future. It's built to remind it where it came from. This bike doesn't just attract eyes, it builds connections. People don't just see it, they feel it. And that's the difference between a motorcycle and a Kawasaki. Every journey on this bike feels cinematic. The reflections of city lights on its tank, the hum of the engine under your boots, the wind cutting past your shoulders, all of it makes ordinary roads feel extraordinary. The 2026 Z400RS is not about speed records or flashy specs. It's about emotion. It's about rediscovering the joy of riding when life gets too mechanical. When you're on it, there's no noise, no distraction. Just the road, the rhythm, and that unmistakable Kawasaki heartbeat. So when you finally park it and turn off the ignition, there's a moment of silence that feels almost sacred. The engine cools down, the metal clicks softly, and you catch your reflection on the tank, a rider who's just lived a story worth telling. That's the power of the 2026 Kawasaki Z400RS. It's not a bike you buy because of what it does, you buy it because of what it makes you feel. It's the bridge between past and future, between nostalgia and innovation, between riding and truly living. Because some bikes are just transportation, but this one's transformation.